Peace and love. Exciting news. I was asked to be a guest on a popular podcast on chronic illness. But therein lies the problem. Exciting news. If you remember from my crash course on PEM, one of the many cruel aspects of this illness is that exertion, everything counts when it comes to exertion. And so physical activities are an obvious example of ways we exert ourselves, but we also exert ourselves emotionally. And that's not just negative emotions, like, you're pissed off, you're frustrated. We have all those things are unavoidable when you have an illness like this. But equally risky for us is positive emotions, excitement, joy, if we don't manage those things. And so the problem is that I'm the same dude I always was. And call it type A, call it whatever you want. When I played sports, there was a big game the next day. I couldn't sleep the night before. Didn't affect my performance because adrenaline and whatever else. Same thing. Speaking engagements. Toss and turn all night. Just really fired up. And in some cases, especially for a speaking engagement, because I actually, believe it or not, have a long, deep-seated fear of public speaking. I could have an engagement booked 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now. And that has happened with conferences where they book you a year in advance. And I'm stressing over it for the year. The difference, though, is that I had a lot of other distractions in my life back then. And that stress didn't bite me in the ass the way it does now. So I haven't responded yet to the podcaster. I was so excited. Another opportunity to tell my story, raise awareness, potentially bring some more viewers to the vlog. Everything I would want to have done in my life before I got sick. I did that in my life prior to getting sick. I had an opportunity to blog on a high-profile educational education website, and it was a blog for teachers, and had an immediate audience, which resulted in many of those speaking engagements and consulting gigs as well that I referred to before. So here I am, excited. I mean, I found out about this yesterday, and even though my sleep sucks and is not refreshing, the one thing I have been able to do is continue to fall asleep easily at night. I don't stay asleep, and again, it's not good sleep, but falling asleep is actually pretty easy for me. But last night, hours after getting this exciting news, I tossed and turned in bed for 4 hours, and just totally on fire, total adrenaline. So where am I going with this? Well, this is the conundrum, right? I mean, this is the conundrum. I am concluding, I know that my normal approach, healthy or sick, would be say yes, do it. But I'm actually in such a bad place right now with what feels like permanent PEM. And I'm really struggling because the brain fog in particular has been really steady, and that really bums me out as much, if not more, than any symptom. Other symptoms are more uncomfortable, but brain fog and cognitive impairment are the most troubling for me. So I don't want to exacerbate it any more than I already am. And it takes enough energy just to do the videos, which I've made my priority. So I'm not formally declining the offer right here to appear on this podcast, but I'm certainly considering it, which is not David. That is not how I roll. So yeah, that is just another example of how this fucking illness has steamrolled my life and has a stranglehold on me. No decisions, no actions do we make with a ME/CFS without thinking about the potential repercussions. Well, I'll let you know if I do the podcast, but either way, you'll continue seeing me here. Peace and love.